Hello everyone, and peace of the Lord to all of you. Please invite your friends and let us have some good time together. Today our topic is going to be mix. It's like a time to take a break from the stupid Muhammad and his yellow pages. Before we start, I want to say to the Abdul, who quote for me a verse from the Bible about a verse saying, let the one who is perish, was going to be perished, let him drink wine. And he was questioning what kind of religion, saying to somebody, drink wine. Yeah, it's very sad. The true religion is the one who tell you drink camel urine. A stupid idiot. He is dying, he is sick, he is ill, so he will not feel his pain. Don't your doctor give you morphine? Don't your, which one is better, morphine or wine? Stupid people. But you drink camel urine, and there is an issue by the United Nations, peace be upon them, that camel urine causes death, kidney failure, cancer, even corona. You stupid idiot. Camel urine? Hey, by the way, I'm a camel. I'm Arabian, as you know. You want to have some? So Muhammad, and he have his own logic, and they are smart people, and they throw rocks. But we know when you drink camel urine, never ever speak about what we drink, you idiot. Wine is very tasty. And the stupid God of Islam himself, he promised you a river of wine in heaven. So how wine is bad, yet your stupid God, he promised you a river of it, not a bottle, not two, not even a faucet, but a river. Anyway, this is not our topic for today. There's many people they speak, they are famous, and they famous because simply for a reason, not necessarily because they are smart. In fact, the person today we are going to talk about him, he mentioned in one of his videos that he was so dumb in school. But I'm not going to judge him by that, because, there is many people who they were genius, they were not doing good in school. That is not really a record track of intelligence. But we have this person, his name is a trucker Carlson. This person, I find him, even though like the left, they don't like him, but I'm not going to take his side just because the left don't like him. I might agree with him in some stuff, but 90% of things he say, this person is a mad cow. And I will give you an example today by playing his video. And I want, the purpose of this video is to help you always when you listen to news. Those people are millionaires. This guy, he speak about fake media and, Fox News is no better than CNN. No problem, I agree with you. But you was working for them for how many years? You became a millionaire because of them. So when this person, he speak about Fox News as a fake media, how come you never spoke about it until they fire you? So as long the honey was running, you were kissing their hands. When they kicked you out, they are no good. If you are a decent person and you are against the fake media, you should not be part of it for a second. Or let us say you enter Fox News for a month, 2 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, and you find that, you found that this is a bad TV station. Why you stay? You stay until the last day they fire you. You did not resign. This is telling us who you are. In the same time, as long all media is fake media, aren't you a media too? Look like he forgot what he is and how he make living. If a person who don't make living from what he say, I will say he is not a media. Correct? If this is a person who don't own a show program and he paid millions every month, not thousands, not 100,000, not those people, they get a charge, they pay them by hour, millions. And I'm not exaggerating. So if you are against the media, who are you? Aren't you a media? So today we are going to listen to this idiot, and we will laugh together. And you know, you don't, you know, I mean, this guy is famous. Compared to him, I'm no one compared to how famous he is and how unfamous I am, right? But just use your logic. Don't listen to me, don't listen to him. Listen to your mind. Listen to your thinking. Just think about what he say. So we will play what he say and let us see.
Hey, it's Tucker Carlson. This morning it looks like somebody blew up the Kakhovka Dam in southern Ukraine. The rushing wall of water wiped out entire villages, destroyed a critical hydropower.
Did you hear what he said? The Russian wall of water. I mean, do you see he talk about the fake media? This is a dam in Ukraine, you stupid. What Russian? Let me play it again. Maybe I did not hear it.
Hey, it's Tucker Carlson. This morning it looks like somebody blew up the Kakhovka Dam in southern Ukraine.
Yeah.
The rushing wall of water wiped out entire villages.
See? The Russian wall of water. Did you hear it? The Russian wall of water. So the dam is a Russian dam. And it's a wall. Sound like this guy, he was watching Muhammad reading Zul Qurnayn. I mean, the first 2 seconds of your video is a fraud. For this is not Russian wall, and it is not Russian land. And what else?
Destroyed a critical hydropower plant, and as of tonight puts the largest nuclear reactor in Europe in danger of melting.
See? The biggest, he just mentioned, that will make the biggest, you know, like a nuclear facility in Europe to explode. Take a note. But where is this facility is located? In Ukraine. But look what he will say after.
Down. So if this was intentional, it was not a military tactic, it was an act of terrorism. The question is, who did it? Well, let's see. The Kakhovka Dam was effectively Russian. It was built by the Russian government.
It's effectively Russian. It's built by the Russian. He's talking about the Soviet Union. Do you see the stupidity? Do you see the stupidity? Do you see the lies of this person? So this dam built by the Soviet Union, those are the Russian. Russia. No dignity, no honesty, fraud. I mean, you are just a little cockroach. There was no Russia at that time. There was Soviet Union. And no, it's not the Russian who built it. It was the Ukrainian, you stupid. In fact, the Ukrainian, they have the most old after the Romanian. Before the Soviet Union, they have the oldest railway stations in the world. They lie with no dignity. I mean, you know, this guy, he have a lot of people who listen to him, and they take what he say. American are naive people. Majority of Americans, they never even finish high school. So that's it. It is a Russian wall. It's built by the Russian. It is inside Russia, and the water is Russian water. And now he will give you the conclusion. What is the conclusion? And now this explosion is going to affect a nuclear facility. It might cause a disaster and the death of millions and millions of people in Ukraine first. But who we will blame? Listen to the trucker boy.
It currently sits in Russian-controlled territory. The dam's reservoir supplies water to Crimea, which has been for the last 240 years.
This reservoir provide water to Crimea. You just said, you stupid, that this is Russian water, and Crimea is a Ukrainian territory. So why the Russian, they want the water of the Russian to go to Ukrainian territory? And if we look at the map, we will see that this is in the middle of Ukraine. What does this have to do with Russia? Some they might say to you, this is the border. No, this is not the border. As you see, Crimea all the way deep, this is part of Ukraine. And we will talk about that after this edict is finished.
Home of the Russian Black Sea Fleet. Blowing up the dam may be bad for Ukraine, but it hurts Russia more. For precisely that reason, the Ukrainian government has considered destroying it. In December, the Washington Post quoted a Ukrainian general saying his men had fired American-made rockets at the dam's floodgate as a test strike.
Okay.
So really, once the facts start coming in, it becomes much less of a...
Why you don't place for us the general saying that so we can hear with you? And did he throw a rocket because the Russian, they were there at that time?
mystery what might have happened to the dam.
Russian water? Oh, Russian water, not Russian water. Oh, okay, the Russian water. No, he said Russian. He said Russian wall. Russian wall, Russian dam built by the Russian.
Any fair person would conclude that the Ukrainians probably blew it up.
I will stop here and show you how son of Muta this man is. Let us say those people really they blow the dam. Damn you. This is their land. They have a war with Russia. Russia destroyed their country. You know what destroy mean? The country is demolished. And let us say, for the sake of argument, is part of a tactic to disturb the enemy, to do something to the enemy. Why, you filthy son of a whore, playing with the blood of nations? Those people are under invasion. It's not them who is invading Russia. Let us say, for the sake of argument, ISIS, they took my house. And now they are inside the house. And I want to take my house back. It might cost me to burn my house in order to kick them out. So what is your problem exactly? Are you denying the right of somebody to defend his house? This coward, he want to justify the crimes done in Ukraine. The crime done by the Western, not only Russian, by the way, because the Ukrainian are the victims of this war. The victim of America, the victim of Carlson and people like him, who ignite hatred against the Ukrainian. The victim of Europe, the victim of NATO, the victim of Turkey, the victim of everybody. Everybody is using them as a proxy for war. The American, they don't dare to fight the Russian. The Russian don't dare to fight the American. So now they are playing chess in Ukraine. This is the reality. And now this coward, instead of saying what, this war is not just. I mean, leave those people, poor people. This is a poor country. We knew that Putin, he was not going and making a war to take a little town in the border. He went all the way to Kiev. All the way to Kiev. He sent terrorists and drug dealers from around the world. He bring even fighters from Syria. He brought the son of Muta, the coward Kadyrov, and his dogs. At that moment, every single son of Muta in the West left the Ukrainian alone. They washed their hands from them. The American closed their embassy. The English, they run away. The president of France, he was like a yo-yo going between. Supposedly he's doing good, but the fact he was inviting Putin to do more harm because he showed him that we Western are really scared of your invasion. We will do nothing. Biden, he made it clear, whatever Russians do, we will not be involved. So they are the one who invited the Russian. And then they left the Ukrainian die. And even now, when they give them weapon, they give them the cheapest, the lowest, the useless. After more than a year and a half, now His Majesty Biden agreed to give them an old version of F-16. People are dying. Houses are destroyed. Nation is killed. And trucker, coward, he want to share the truth with you. Why not? He don't have a house there. His mama, she don't live there. None of his kids are there. So let Ukraine get burned. Who care? And the Ukrainian are the bad people. And look, they burn their cities. You see how crazy they are? Why? Because they don't obey the beast. This is the idea of this filthy Carlson. If you should obey the beast. He said that actually in the video. He said that 1,000,000 times. So now any country consider themselves superpower, invade the neighbor. And to avoid the beast, give him your land. Just give it up. Otherwise he will burn you. That's what he's saying. And instead of taking side with the poor, and millions of people, they became homeless, he's taking side with the invader. Cowards, liars, no shame, animals. I'm trying to avoid to show you how many people get killed, how many women get raped. There's tons of videos. You can search them yourself. Somebody's saying, just to show you how stupid people are and how dishonest. Crimea is a Russian territory. Well, my friend, you are stupid like your Putin, and I will tell you why. Because Crimea, when Putin was a president for many years, was in Ukraine hand, and Putin, he came to visit Ukraine, and he welcomed Zelensky in his palace too. And he never said to him, hey, I want Crimea from you. Do you know that? And your stupid Putin, he opened an embassy for Russia in in Crimea itself. They have a consultant. So how this is your land, and how this is belong to you, and then how come you never mentioned that it's yours all those years? Get over it, my friend. You will see, you will be kicked out of there. You see, the Putin, he is so stupid. I used to think of him highly, by the way. I have nothing against the Russian. Actually, I appreciate the Russian people. Not only I appreciate them, actually, I love the Russian people. But this Putin is a piece of shit. Look what he just did. He was afraid, according to him, that Ukraine will join the NATO. Guess what happened? Finland, Sweden, Sweden, I mean, Norway, the line is going long joining the NATO now, just because of his stupidity. And those are in the borders, are close to Moscow, not like Ukraine. How come he don't invade them? Do you see how they lie in the excuse? If they excuse that he is going to join the NATO, which is the right of any country to join anywhere they want. You are not their dad. They are independent land. Have, you know, this Ukraine is a huge country. It's not a small town. They can decide for themselves where to go. When Finland decide to join the NATO, why Putin don't invade Finland? Why he don't invade Sweden, Norway? What happened? Because he don't dare. He don't. His friend Erdogan is part of the NATO. Invade Turkey. He sell them weapon. How come you are against the NATO and you sell weapon to the countries who they are part of the NATO's? And as long you are asking for a Crimea, as you claim this is yours, what about you go and take Alaska? And now this is come back, is saying Crimea was the center of base for the Marines of the Russian for the last 250 years. So what do you mean? So now I go back on history and I will give land to anyone 250 years ago. What about you, stupid Carlson, ask the American to give California to the Mexican, Texas to the Mexican, all of America give it to the Indian, and you leave. You and me, we leave. Very disgusting low-class person. You know, I have my degree in law, and when a country establish relationship with other country and they send an ambassador, they sign a protocol, and the protocol is that both countries agree on the border and agree not to involve in any matter have to do with the local country which they are going to function in. Which means all the time Russia, when they are having ambassador after ambassador for the last 30 years in Ukraine, they agree that the Russian borders with Ukraine as it was when they were sending the ambassador, and this is the correct borders. And all this time and all those years, Crimea is part of Ukraine. So how come none of the Russian opened his mouth before? And Putin himself was a president for the last 20 years. He never opened his mouth. Or more, actually. This person, what degree? Man-made law? Just to show you an idea how people are stupid. This guy, he is getting me busted. What degree you have? Man-made law? I think this guy, he live in the jungle and he don't obey any law. And if a policeman, he stop him, he shoot him. And if the tax collector come to his door, he shit on him. And he's asking me, what law? Man-made law. Look like this guy, he live free. You know? Yeah. Hey, no, you are not following God, and you cannot follow God when it's come to daily basis life, because simply God, he did not involve in those things to follow God. You are stupid. Did God put a traffic light for you? Did God put the tax law for you? Did God, he says to you what to do when, call 911 or to sue somebody? You are mentally ill, my friend. We don't have time for stupidity. He followed God law. Which law? What in your life is God law? The traffic, the tax, the election, the voting, the passport, the ID, the citizenship. This is God law now. You know, some people, they come here and they want to show you that they are religious. They follow God law only. Yeah, and when you want to divorce your wife, you go to the court of California. And the judge is an atheist. Right? And you follow God law only, brother. When I say stupidity is amazing, I have my reason. Now we continue with this idiot. A little bit more.
Just as you would assume they blew up Nord Stream, the Russian natural gas pipeline, last fall.
So what? Let us say they are the one who blow Nord Stream. They are at war with the Russian, you donkey. I mean, do you see how stupid the logic of this guy? It doesn't matter what happened. He want to blame the Ukraine. In all the last, since the war started until now, he did not say one single thing negative about the Russian. It looked like the Russian and Putin, they are angels. And all the Ukrainians are evil. Do you understand what I'm saying? There is nobody is perfect, but for Carlson, the Russian is perfect. Always they are right. The Ukrainian in every single video, they are evil. But this is the same coward. He said, well, you know, if the Ukrainians are not doing what they are doing, getting close to the NATO, the Russian, they will not invade them. Okay, wonderful. So now we are going to listen to your advice. But he is the same person. The same person, he was saying, why the American, they want to involve in Syria? Why the American, they want to involve in Syria? Which I don't like the American to involve in Syria. This is true. But the logic is awkward. He don't mind if the Russian and the Iranian and Hezbollah involved in Syria to stop the American. But he don't mind the Russian, oh sorry, the Ukrainian, he mind the Ukrainian trying to join the NATO. Do you understand? So when the American involved in Syria, and I can play the video for you, when the American want to involve in Syria because they don't want the Russian to control Syria, he say, well, why want to involve there? That is not a good reason. But he is the same person, he say, that it's a good reason for the Russian to involve in Ukraine because they want to prevent the American from getting close to their borders. So it's okay for the Russian to take Syria, in his logic, because they want to prevent the American from being in Syria. But it's not okay to the American to involve in Ukraine because American, they have no right. Only Russian have right to take anywhere. This guy, I don't want to say, I don't want to make a conspiracy, but he's an idiot and he is sound like paid by the Russian. Is it possible? Why not? Time will tell. I want to show you a clear evidence of the stupidity of this man.
Good evening, sir.
No, not this man, this other one. This is Zakir Naik. Zakir Naik is smarter. This is
from the, and I'm quoting now.
This is Carlson himself is speaking about who is the one. There is, you know, when Obama wanted to strike Syria, Christians, not what they say nationalist and etc. Christian, and specifically Christian from Syria, they made a huge movement in USA to stop that war. Christians and Christians only. And we can show you one of the videos of a woman. She exposed John McCain at that time, the filthy McCain who loved to strike Syria. The stupid media, they say that the white supremacists, they are the one who made this lobbyist to stop the attack on Syria. And now Carlson is going to expose them. But how? Listen carefully.
Small but influential white nationalist movement. The Washington Post agreed with this assessment. They said the war's critics hold, quote, racist, anti-Semitic, and sexist views. But wait a second. Why would white supremacists oppose the bombing of a non-white country?
Syria is a non-white country. People, Syria is a non-white country. Syrian are African for Carlson. He is refuting now the stupid liberals. The stupid liberals, as usual, they say stupid things, no problem. They are liberals, and liberals never speak something right. And now he want to get them busted. And he is asking a question. Well, as long you are saying the white supremacist is the one who is trying to stop the attack on Syria, why the white supremacist want to support a country which is non-white? This donkey, he do not know where Syria is located. He thinks Syria is an African land. He thinks it is Somalia.
Racist, anti-Semitic, and sexist views. But wait a second. Why would white supremacists oppose the bombing of a non-white country?
This is the one you want to take your news from? You think Syria is non-white country? Let us see how Syrian people look like. Brother, this is non-white. This is... I mean, you will die laughing, man. Those people are really... I know, you know, the Syrian people are really African. They are so African, buddy. I mean, they are so dark in skin. Can't you see it? Are you blind? Why you don't see it? Don't you see? Now, don't look at the women wearing this garbage bag. Look at the kids. Can't you tell that those Syrians are really non-white people? My friend, we should understand that Carlson, he knew everything. I just search. Don't think I search for something special. No. I just search in English Syrian people. You can do the same. I just search for Syrian people. I did not search for a blonde Syrian. I did not know. I did not search for a Christian Syrian. I just searched Syrian. And as you see, I'm showing you Muslims. According to this donkey, who is trying to refute the left, hold on, wait a moment. Why the white supremacists want to support non-white country? This remind me when I was in the army, they have like a place they play movies for the soldiers. I went there, and we have like a higher rank officer with us. And they play, actually, the movie was about Syria. Actually, if I try to remember the name, and the name is, well, movie is made a long time ago. Maybe one of you can remind me of the name. The American commandos in the movie, they jump in the beach of Damascus. And I was watching, and like I said, sir, this is the movie, like supposedly we will learn something from it. He says, yeah, you can get experience about how countries there, you know. I said, but there's no beach in Damascus. He said, what? He said, Damascus is not in the sea. It's at least 170 kilometers from the sea. So how those soldiers, the commandos, they jump from the boat, and after 3 minutes, they are in the middle of the city of Damascus. Learn from the American, brother. The American, they can tell you where is Damascus and who is white and who is black. Right? And this donkey now, he decide that Syrian, they are non-white people. And he is a witness. In Syria, you will not find a single black person. Not a single one. You know what a single one? Not a single one. Those people, they have no shame. They lie to everybody. And, you know, when you are famous, people believe you. He is in control of the show. And remember, he is against the liberals. But you are not less stupid than them. You are so dumb, so stupid. Did you even try to search about ethnic groups in Syria for 2 seconds? We'll take you 2 seconds in Google. Two seconds. I don't want to spend more time with this donkey. I think you get my idea. None of those Americans, they care really for any country. Sadly, all of them, they are buying you and selling you. If you are American or not, they don't care for you. This guy, he make millions every year. And as you see, he feed in the blood and war. He claimed that he is against war, but he have no problem if Iran invades Syria or the Russian invades Syria. You have no problem. Not only that, actually, in one of his videos, he said, maybe I can find it, that he knew that the Assad is evil. He knew what? The Assad is evil. But he's asking a question about why you want to change an evil regime. But he is the same one saying the Russians, they have the right to change the evil regime of Ukraine.
It came from the, and I'm quoting now, small but influential.
Let us see if I can find it. Give me a second. Do you see the stupidity? Why we want to change a regime in Syria? And by the way, I don't support changing any regime by the involvement of the American, because the American, they don't fix it, they burn it. They never fix anything. And always they support the wrong side. The regime in Syria is 1,000 times better than those so-called rebels. Those rebels are nothing but terrorists, and they are not our friends. They burned churches, they were killing Christians. The Assad did not kill Christians. In fact, there's a huge part of the Christians, they fought with the Assad. In fact, if not the Syrian Christians in Syria fought with the Assad lost long time ago. They sacrificed thousands and thousands of fighters. Now, Carlson, who is against the war in Syria, he invites people who support war in Syria. And then he agrees with them in 99% of things they say. But everything they say in this video is a lie. His guest, everything he say in the video is a pure lie about Syria. Carlson, he shake his head. Yeah, right. You are right. Yeah.
Have created a de facto division of labor on the ground where we go after Islamic State for them and they go after the more moderate opposition and wipe it out and create
the moderate opposition. The one they call them liberals are the moderate. Who is the moderate? Those who slaughter the neck of 6-year-old kid because he's a Christian, or because he's a Shia, or because he is a Alawi. Those are the moderate, the friends of America. Those are the friends of America who the stupid Trudeau opened the border for them in Canada. The moderate. When you hear the word moderate, what do you think? Let me show you the moderate. I will do a little bit search about the moderate Syrian rebels. The moderate. I'm not going to search for Al-Qaeda, no. I'm not going to search for ISIS, no. I will search for the friends of America. The moderate. I mean, they are really very moderate. Brother, I cannot even show you, like most of the videos until now, I'm scrolling down. I don't want to show you really the crimes they did, the execution, Allahu Akbar in the top of their head, slaughtering Christians, burning churches, killing women and children, hiring children to fight in war. And those are the moderate. And this is their enemy. And he is non-white. Remember, the Syrians are non-white. This is the president of Syria. He is non-white person. Those are the moderate. All of them. And look, the American gave them weapon. They gave them the most expensive weapon. Obama, he armed them. He gave them $500 million. Those terrorists, the moderates. I don't want to search for. Look, you see those things? Is blocked in YouTube because there is a lot of violence there. They are the moderate, brother. The moderate. Yeah. No comment. Fighters from Chechnya, from Turkmenistan, from Afghanistan, from Taliban, from Somalia, from Egypt. Those are the Syrian rebels. You know, especially the fighters of the Muslims Brotherhood. Going back to the video, you will see Carlson, he agree with this man that the Assad is evil, and those are moderate people, and they are fighting for freedom.
But why shouldn't we be supporting or rooting for the Assad regime too? Yes, it's evil. But relatively speaking, it's not the most evil group in Syria by a long shot, maybe one of the least, and it's also, again, relatively speaking, a rational actor. You can kind of predict what the Assad people will do because they don't want to die, in contrast to ISIS. So why is it unthinkable that we would, in the end, be rooting for them to reestablish control over that country and stop the hemorrhaging of refugees into Europe, for example?
Here you see the double standard. In the whole video, he was agreeing with the guy, and now he's saying, why want to do that? Why we don't root with the Syrian regime in order to make a stability? Wonderful. So why you don't want to root with the Ukrainian regime if they are evil as you claim to make a stability? How come the American, they should not involve, they should support the evil one, not to go against him for the benefit? There's a benefit of supporting someone evil. That's what he's saying. So he don't mind supporting someone evil in his standard, as long as there's a benefit from supporting that evil. But he himself, he cannot support the Ukrainian in any way, in any mean. He supports always the Russian. And the Russian are not the weak one. And the Russian are the invader. And he was asking why you should involve there. But he is the one saying, the Russian, they have the right to involve there. The American, they have no right to involve there. The Russian, they have to involve everywhere. They have the right. This guy is a Russian agent. He just support whatever the Russian they say. He is just a media person, a media stand chair for the Russian regime. Never ever spoke one time against Putin. If we take him right now and he live in Moscow, can he say one negative thing about Putin? No. No. He will be in jail. Putin, he have long list of accusation to anyone say something against him. Security, they accuse you of security. Local disturbance. Spy agent to foreign country. Unregistered agent of journalist for foreign country. Receiving donation from foreign country. There's millions of accusations that are ready to put you in jail. Very evil people. I say, leave the people alone. It doesn't matter if it's Syria or Ukrainian. Keep your shit in your pants. Those Americans, they consider playing with the soul and the life of other countries as a game. This guy is doing business. All for him is this is a business. Millions of dollars, salary, money. And he say always he oppose the others, not because he have morality or he have intelligence. As you see, he's stupid. He oppose so he can be controversial and people they speak about him more. And that will keep him hot in the market. If he is the same as the rest, well, he will not be shiny for the rest. If the left they say right, he will say left. If the left say left, he will say right. If the left they say let us support Russian, I assure you maybe, he will switch, he say let us support Ukrainian. This person is just to oppose. Everything happened in the Middle East in the last 50 years is because of the evil Western involving there. Who is supporting the terrorist in Saudi Arabia? You know the name. Who supported Osama bin Laden? You know the name. Osama bin Laden himself, he was trained by the CIA. Even American newspapers, famous ones in USA, they publish article about him as a hero. What about Saddam Hussein? He was a hero for America. He fought the Iranian regime for 8 years. One day, they, he became a useless card. They burned him. He made mistakes. They thought of him, he will take over Saudi Arabia and Kuwait, and that is dangerous. They want to protect those two farms because those Middle Eastern countries are farm for them, where they grow chicken. The Saudi is a farm, Kuwait is a farm, Qatar is a farm, Emirat is a farm. Those are not countries. Until now, they are countries, and they will never be countries. They are farms of biggest countries. So, like the farm of Saudi Arabia right now, when they felt the Americans are not taking care of them, they wanted to show the big boss, we can go to other boss, to China. Because they cannot live as an independent country. They need a protector. If not you, American, we will go to the China. What do you want? Because they cannot really fight the Iranian. The Iranian, they can invade them anytime, and they can eat them alive. All those countries are farms. Jordan is a farm. In fact, because the Syrian regime don't want to be a farm for them, they decide to destroy it. He oppose. He don't want to be their toy. If you go and check a little bit go back on time, see why the war really started in Syria. Many years ago, around 2008, 2007, the NATO and European Union, they wanted the Syrian to accept to run a pipeline from Qatar, gas, all the way through the sea to Europe. It will go through Turkey too. Big project. And Iraq is totally under the control of American until now, actually. I mean, all the government of Iraq until now, they are controlled by the American. So the pipeline will go all the way from Qatar and will run all the way through Syria, and then will go to Turkey and then go to Europe. It might be a long line. Trust me, they are running long line from Russia too. All the purpose of this to be independent from the control of the Russian gas, so they can have more secure gas coming to them. The Assad refused. Why he refused? Because simply he is a friend of the Russian. He will not do something will harm his friends. The whole purpose of this line is to get rid of the Russian gas and oil. That's it. It's not a secret. And when he refused to run the pipeline going through Syria all the way to Turkey, then to Europe, they cannot run it. Iraq, not all of it is the same. They can run the pipeline through Saudi Arabia, and then they can run all the way from Jordan to Syria. This area in Iraq is controlled by the Shia, which means no way this line will go through. He refused. So we need to change him. All of this have nothing to do with the human right. They don't care for a human right. What about, okay, we change the regime in Saudi Arabia? As we saw in Saudi Arabia, one of their terrorists, he went to the embassy in Turkey. He got in, he never get out. What they did to him? They butchered him, literally. They made him a ground beef. In Turkey. If they do that in Turkey, what they do in their land? If this is what they do in Turkey, in the Saudi embassy in Turkey, what they will do to someone who opposed them inside Saudi Arabia? What about Qatar? What about Emirat? All their friends are terrorists. What about Jordan? Name for me one country is a friend to the West. The most friendly ones are the most ugly ones. This guy in Syria, he is not their friend. He is a friend to the Russian. He gave the Russian 2 bases. One in the sea, and one is close to the Turkish border. They could not take it. That is dangerous. The Russian now, not only they have a big base, they have 2. And not only 2, they have a port. And not only they have a port, they have a strategic supply depot in Syria, which means they have oil anytime, they have a fuel, they have missiles, they have all kind of strategic support in the case of real war. And they are so close to Europe and so close to Turkey. This has nothing to do with a human right. The Western always they destroy countries, and the the Ukrainian are victims of the Western. Not only the Russian. There is two beasts. If your country is delicious, that does not mean really you are lucky. It's the opposite. The more delicious it is, the more everyone want to take a bite from it. So Russia want to take the country. Iran want to take the country. The West want to take the country. And the Syrian people didn't know what to do. And now everyone support his own gang. The American, they found that always the Muslim Sunni are the best gang to support. They are terrorists. They kill for money. And they are willing to be sold. They say Allahu Akbar, but they have no problem to receive dollar from the American. They say we want to fight the kuffar, but they have no problem to be trained by the CIA. The Muslim Shia, they say they are against the kuffar, but they have no problem to buy even weapon from Israel, as what happened in Iran during the war with Iraq. Imagine Iran was buying weapon from Israel. And imagine Israel is selling weapon to Iran. Does that make sense to you? To make it more stupid, imagine Israel is supporting Hamas in Syria, and they are fighting Hamas in Israel. This is what happened in the last 10 years in Syria. Israel was supporting Hamas fighters in Syria. Even they opened a hospital for them in the borders with Israel. How you fight Hamas inside Israel and you support Hamas inside Syria? The answer is very simple. Hamas in Syria, they are killing the regime army. So we support them. Zero ethic. The terrorists in Syria, they are killing the Christians, they are killing the Assad army, they are killing the government official, they are burning the country. This is our enemy. So we support them. If you don't believe me, you can go and search right now Netanyahu. He opened a hospital. This is scumbag Netanyahu. He opened a hospital for those terrorists in the borders. He armed them, he supported them, he visited them. They are welcome in the borders of Israel. They are our friends. They are not our enemy. And when the Syrian regime actually tried to attack the terrorists, they run toward Israel, and the Israeli army right away sent shells against the Syrian army, so they cannot be killing the terrorists. Let me try to find. Here we go. Do you see it? Netanyahu visit Syrians injured civil war. Who are those Syrians? They want to make you believe that Netanyahu, he was doing charity. He was supporting those who burn churches and kill Christians in Syria. Right? In fact, me, myself, I support what Putin he did in Syria. You know, I always spoke actually good of Putin. But this guy, he decided to make a big poo-poo. And look what happened now. After more than a year and a half war, the Ukrainian army is stronger than never before. The Ukrainian army became one of the massive, scary army in the world, even though they don't have much weapon. But now they have extreme, powerful experience in war. To the point, the Russian soldiers, they are running to their life. Russia. When we say Russia, we are talking about a country is scary. Scary even to the American, to the Chinese, to everybody, to Japanese. They spent 9 months trying to capture a little town in the size of a village. It's called Bakhmut. All the massive army of Russia, they could not take it. Then they hire a terrorist group, criminals, mercenary, and they took, according to them, 60%. Just today, the Ukrainian took the big part of it back. We are talking about a city very close to the border where the Russian massive army is located. Tiny. This is not a city. This is a population of like 10,000 people. This is a small little town. It's not in the mountains. And yet they could not take it. How do they want to take Ukraine? 2 weeks ago, Wagner, they announced that they control Bakhmut, which is a lie. They control a big part of it. This is true. Today, they are running away. So, took them 9 months to take it, took them 3 days to leave it. It was only Wagner. A guy is saying it was only Wagner. You forgot that he brought Wagner because the Russian army could not take it. Why you want to hire people to take it if you can't take it? That is even more stupid excuse from the answer. Because it's an insult to Putin to hire an organization to take a town because your army cannot take it. That means an organization is more powerful than your army. Is that correct, guys? If I hire a contractor to take for me something I cannot take it, that means the contractor is more skilled, more powerful, more equipped, and even they have a great fighters. It's a shame. Imagine I hire a bunch of thieves and criminals, even they recruit them from jail. I can show you the video of the leader of Wagner going to prison and says, you want to join us? If you join us, we will free you from jail right now. They are taking prisoners, criminals, rapists. And they are proud about it, like Ali Dawa. So how in the world the army of Russia cannot take a small town, but they can take Syria, all of Syria? The answer is very simple. In Syria, they were fighting the Syrian Muslim terrorists. They are coward. Those are coward. They shout too much. The second the enemy come, they run, they hide like a rat. The same what happened between Israel and Hamas. When the Israeli army, 60 soldiers, they come and they invade 60 soldiers, not 6,000. They invade a Hamas town. All Hamas fighters are under the ground. The Israelis go and they capture somebody or they kill somebody he's wanted. After the Israelis leave, all Hamas fighters are in the street holding their guns. Allahu Akbar, Takbir, Allahu Akbar. So the difference is their war in Syria was war with cowards. Those Muslim Sunni, we know them, they are cowards. This is why always they lose war. They never win war. The war in Ukraine, they are fighting people defending their houses. And they are brave. Ukrainian in history, go and read about them. They are not like a cookie you can eat. Why you send your own people when you can buy other people? My friend, you are stupid. Those are Russian too. I mean, my friend, I hope I did not insult you by calling you stupid. I'm just giving you a rank. Those are your people. What's wrong with you people? Those are Russian. Guys, this guy, he solved it. He shake his head. He said, now I know what he is doing. Why you would send your own people when you can buy others? He is buying Russian. Does it make a difference? And not only that, he is paying them 5-6 times more. Those are Russian, and he is paying them 6-7 times more salary than normal Russian soldiers, if not 10 times. Did you fix it? He's hiring others now? Ukrainian does not exist. I heard that before. I heard that Ukrainian, they are alien. In fact, my friend, Moscow was not built when Ukrainian were exist. You do not know history. You are just silly and stupid. Guys, Ukrainian was not Ukrainian, they weren't exist. I heard that Ukrainian, they are people they bought from Amazon. You know, the Russian one, they said to themselves, we need Ukrainian. There's nobody here in Ukraine. So let us purchase some Ukrainian and bring them. And then suddenly we have a blonde, blue eyes people with blonde hair. Let us give them a name. Okay, you is Ukrainian. Ukrainian look at themselves, we are Ukrainian. The Russian, they said, yes, this is how we identify you from now on. Where is our grandfather? You don't have a grandfather. We just made you. You will never exist before. This is how silly, how stupid they are, you know, how they fabricate history. Suddenly Ukrainian, they are coming from the moon. They are alien. They never exist before. Suddenly they have kids and families. Suddenly they became 40, 50 millions. Suddenly, I mean, these not exist, brother. They are not exist. Oh boy. And you know, this is what the Muslims, they say, the Israeli, they were not exist before Israel. The same propaganda. But their Quran says, the children of Israel. Oh boy. Anyway, you see, I'm not supporting anyone. I support only the one who is treated unjustly. If the Ukrainian, they are doing bad to Russia, I will support the Russian. Very simple. But you do not need to be genius if you have little decency that those millions of people, they lost their homes for nothing. For a madman, his name is Putin. Let us say those Ukrainians, they want to join the NATO. Who dare to invade Russia? All of us, we knew they don't. Because that will be the end of the world. Who dare? Get closer. Okay, get closer. Nobody can step for such a war. Nobody dare for it. And if somebody wanted dare, that's mean this is the end of the whole world. Who can threat Russia? It's a big fat lie. And you know, trust me, if those countries don't have a powerful weapon, trust me, they will kill each other. We will have Third World War long time ago. Because all what you need is just an evil president or king. He have a dreams to establish an empire. And this is what Putin is trying to do. He want to establish an empire. He want to get back all the country. He was able and successful to take back Islamic countries to be back of Russia, or control of Russia. Like what happened in Chechnya, the Chechen Republic. Who is the one who burned the Grozny? They burned the whole city. And the war took long time. Do you have short memory? This is not their land. Not only it's not their land, this is a country, the people there are Muslims. So they have nothing to share with the Russian. And now Putin, he was the leader at that time, and he is the one really was in charge of the intelligence, and he's behind the torture and killing a lot of people from this country. They killed the one who is opposing them. They hire a dog like Kadyrov to be their dog. This is a Grozny. At that time, those people, they are Muslims, they brought every single terrorist in the world to fight the Russian. But because they are coward, and they are not truly fighters, they betray each other, you know. There is something, the Muslim, they have a problem, big problem. The Muslims always untrustworthy. They betray each other. If you check the history of Islam, who is the one who killed every single caliphate after Muhammad? The Muslims. Who killed Muhammad? The Muslim, they confuse. Some they say Aisha and Hafsa, some they say a Jewish woman. So imagine Hafsa and Aisha, they killed Muhammad, which means Abu Bakr and Umar, they killed Muhammad. Who killed Uthman? Who killed all the caliphate? Muslims. War with Muslims is so easy because those people are for sale. Zero dignity. Their God is dollar. They don't worship God. When the American, they were looking for Saddam Hussein, and you are a citizen of Iraq, and you love this president, and the president, he make you your special guard. Then the special guard go to the American, take $25 million, and he bring the American, he says, this is Saddam Hussein. $25 million. Muslims. Just say money. In Saudi Arabia, just a few years ago, if a woman, she walk in the street without covering her face, she would be beaten by the police. The crown prince, he decided to, no, we don't want this no more. Who dare to say no? Cowards. Suddenly their religion is not important. A week ago, we beat a woman if she is alone in the street. A week after, a woman, she drive a car. And now we have nightclubs. And now we have festivals, and we have music, and we have dancing, and we have women wearing jeans and short skirt, and even they are doing parties. Why? Because they are cowards. Very simple. Who dare? They are not truly believers. They don't fight for the religion as they claim. This is Saudi Arabia today. Nightclubs. Men and women are dancing. Who can believe in this? Music. Music in Saudi Arabia. Halal nightclub. Who wanna go with me there? Those are the girls in the nightclub there. Who can believe it? How things can change so fast? All of this because really they are not really attached to the religion. They have big mouth, they shout a lot. How many those people in YouTube, the dawah team, they call themselves dawah. They are like Sheikh Othman. When Sheikh Othman want to make a video against what the Crown Prince in Saudi Arabia is doing, he was never there. Do he there? What about Mimi Hijab? Mimi Hijab, he took off his clothes in the front of the Chinese embassy. Saudi Arabia invite the Chinese president, and they brought every Muslim president to kiss his ass. Reality. The Western, they put sanctions on China because the Chinese are not treating nicely the Muslims in China. The Muslims, they kiss the ass of the Chinese president. Do you see how the fraud work? How this guy is discriminating Muslims, killing Muslims. There's more than 1 million Muslim in jail, brother. Blah 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 blah. And then all Muslim leaders, they come to kiss his ass literally, not metaphorically. And they sign billions of dollars deal. Name one Muslim president who did not come and kiss the ass of the Chinese president. The King of Jordan, Erdogan, even Somalia, man. Let me show you some interesting picture. I mean, who is left is not there. Do you see all the flags behind? All the flags behind, there's only one of them is not a Muslim country. All those flags behind, all of them, except the Chinese flag, all of them, they are Muslim countries. All of them, they come to meet the Chinese president. The same they did exactly with the Trump. The second they see a lion, all the hyena, they are in his ass. When Trump, he came to visit them, they did the same thing. The only different, when Trump, he come, he brought his daughter, the Barbie, and all those Muslims, their mouth is open. Oh, by the way, nice to meet you. What's your name? Ivanka? You are married, Ivanka? Okay. And there's a Muslim when I built the mosque. He built the mosque, he called Ivanka. Other Muslim in Saudi Arabia, he offered Ivanka to marry him, even if she is married. Other Muslim, he says, if Ivanka, she convert to Islam, I will give her all my money. I mean, everybody is horny. Actually, there's a video, if I play it for you, with dial-offing. Everybody was busy speaking. Trump is speaking, the king is talking, and there's a bunch of Abdul, who they are Saudi royal family, supposedly. Sitting next to Ivanka Trump. Brother, this is the head of the intelligence, and he used to be the crown prince. He is explaining to the wife of Trump. This is other prince. He is getting closer, you know, to Ivanka. Okay, he want to take care of Ivanka. Drama. Ivanka in the middle. Princes of Saudi Arabia, they are explaining to her, we have camel urine. The Prophet, he used to drink camel urine, is very healthy. Do you want some? We have hot urine, we have cold urine, we have fresh urine. What do you want? Yeah. Exactly the same they did with the Trump. The difference is the Chinese president, he did not bring his Barbie daughter with him. Yeah. I have a dirty mind. Hey, Muhammad, you see, a Muslim, he's saying to me, you have a dirty mind. Hey, Muhammad, when your God Allah, he says to you, when you go to heaven, you are going to F women, dahman, dahman. I will make the sound for you so you might understand. Did your God Allah have dirty mind or a clean mind? Dahman, dahman. You push it so hard, brother. A Muslim speaking about dirty mind. A person who's God promised him endless penis and a vagina for that, fit for that, and a penis will never go limp. He's speaking about dirty mind. Look how sensitive they are. Decent. Muhammad, did you get hurt from my words? Do you want to call me in Skype so I can just speak to you nicely and fix it? But I don't know if your mom, she's around. I have to do breastfeeding for adult first, 10 times. Was your prophet dirty when he ordered your mom to give her nipples to Christian prince for 10 times? Different days? 10 times different days? What about 9 times? I mean, why 10? May Allah sewage wet line punish you, my friend. And my friend, your Allah cannot even save Muhammad. Okay, let me show you what happened to Muhammad. Let us see who is the one is punished. I don't faint every 2 seconds. Your prophet, he poo-poo in his bed. He cannot go and move. He is hallucinating. Look at this, look at this. I'm glad I remember this hadith. The Messenger of Allah fainted when he was sick. He saw Ivanka Trump. And he saw Ivanka and he looked at his wife. He said, this is my wife and this is a wife. This is a woman. And this is a woman? You know what? Trust me. If Muhammad, he saw Ivanka, he will make a chapter in the Quran called the chapter of Ivanka, and he will describe the virgin like Ivanka. I assure you. So the Prophet, he was sick. He fainted. Muhammad, are you with me? Your Prophet fainted, the fainted Muhammad. He woke up and he said, has the time for the prayer come? They said, yes, yes. He said, okay, tell Bilal to call for the adhan and tell Abu Bakr to call the prayer for the people. And then he fainted again. Oops. And then he woke up again and said, has the time for the prayer came? They said, yes. He said, okay, tell Bilal to call for the adhan and tell Abu Bakr to lead the people for prayer. And then he fainted. What the heck? I wonder, was the socks of who around him? Do you think this is because of the socks of those companion of the Prophet? They make him faint. And then he woke up again and he said, has the time the prayer come? They said yes. He said, tell Bilal to call the adhan and tell Abu Bakr to lead the people for prayer. Aisha, before now, she knew he was going to faint soon. So start rushing, speaking fast. She said, my father is a tender-hearted man, and he is a stand, you know, in the place he will weep, and he will not be able to do it. So if you told somebody else, okay, tell somebody else who can do it. Then he fainted. She did not even finish the sentence. He fainted again. And then he woke up. Look, what the heck? Again? And he said exactly what he was saying. He did not care what Aisha said. Then he woke up and he said, tell Bilal to call for the adhan and tell Abu Bakr to lead the prayer. You are like a female companion of Yusuf. What? You are like what? He's saying you are like a female companion of Yusuf. To who? So Bilal was told to call for the adhan, and he did. Abu Bakr was told to lead the prayer, and so he did. Then the messenger felt little better. And then he needs somebody to lean on, so he leaned on me, Aisha said. This is your prophet. So how your God is punishing me and rewarding your prophet? Mr. Fainted. You see, I am a Christian prince. Your prophet is fainted prince. Was this a reward? Isn't it the Quran says Allah, he put a penalty on you as sickness? Isn't it sickness a penalty from Allah? Anyway, it looks like today we don't have too many people here interested in the topic. Feel free to download the video. I just wanted to expose this guy. I mean, they make me sick, all of them, you know. They claim they are, before we finish. There is a senator. He's a Christian senator. His name is Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, he's disgusted with the decision of Uganda to make a penalty for homosexual. And he described that this is the most disgusting penalty. And then there's a Christian priest. He said to him, "You son of Muta, do you dare to say that the law which exists in the Old Testament is evil?" This guy, he claimed that he is conservative and he is a Christian and he adored the Bible and la 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 and lu 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 lu. You know, he's woke. You see, those they call themselves Christians, they are the same as the Muhammadan. They play taqiyya. So he's a Christian in the church. He agree with the Bible at home. He opposed the Bible on the front of the TV. And then a Christian minister, he gave him a screwdriver. He told him, "Do you dare to say that this is evil which is written in the Old Testament? Do you?" You don't dare. Potato. Cowards. They bow down to the wave so they can get popular, but not with us. Not with us. We are here to expose those false Christians. All right? Anyone have any question for me before? By the way, just to let you know, I am an Arab. I believe in democracy. If your question or your answer I did not like, I will block you. Because this is the only language you understand. You woke culture. You support terrorism. You like the communist in China. So can I practice the Chinese government rules on you? Consider me communist. The whole country have one opinion. The whole TV station, they have one news. The whole newspaper, they have one line. The whole cartoons in the movie praising the president, even cartoons. There is songs for the president. There's ice cream for the president. Even there is sex toys from the president, not to the him, no, from the president. What do you want more? So you support communist. Let us practice communist on you. And the funny is, those woke, they support communism and socialism, and their hero is Bernie Sanders. Hey, Bernie Sanders, how many million you have? Only $3 million, not much. I mean, look at them. They are so communist. Bernie Sanders, he is so poor. He is very communist. He have a big villa in California. He have a $3 million in the bank, and he have a couple of $100,000 every month income, because simply they are the best communist. Oh, what about the one who established the business or the organization called the Black Lives Matter? Guess what? She bought 2 villas in the area have white people only. I was wondering, the money donated to the Black Lives Matter was to prove a point, that she want to go and live in a big villa between the rich white people, so she can tell them there when they are drinking coffee in the morning in the club, in the golf club with the redhead people, to tell them, by the way, Black Lives Matter. And those people naive, they vote for them, they donate for them. You know, imagine like Obama, brother, Obama, where he live, go check his address. He live between the most rich white people, 0 black people there, only Obama and his mama. They are very much in love with the black people. What about Nancy Pelosi? Nancy Pelosi, she loves black people. I mean, she cannot even spend one day without defending black people. But she cannot live between black people. I mean, it's not because she is racist. No. But she have some kind of allergy. You know? All of them, they are socialist, but they drive the most expensive cars. They have a huge bank account. They want to defend the poor, but they are millionaires. They are against fuel and gas, but they drive the biggest engine cars. But brother, all of them, they want to go green. My friend, America has more gays. I don't know, Muhammad. You have to prove that for me, but I can show you that your prophet himself was a gay. So should we make him the boss for the gays in America? If I go right now, I will show you the most conservative Muslims. Taliban, brother. Taliban, brother. They bring every Friday night, brother, and every Thursday, tomorrow, brother, they bring a boy and they dress him like a girl. And he dance for them. And then after the party, they have sex with him. If you don't believe me, there is tons of documentary made even by Muslims. Bachabazi, Afghan, those are not girls. And not only that, look how disgusting they are. They bring boys in the age of 5 and 4 years old. And you are talking about gays? This is Afghanistan. This guy is hugging a boy. The boy is dancing, brother. You want to watch it? Tell me, Muhammad. If you want to watch it, I'll play it for you. You want to watch it, brother? Look, this one is blocked. It's not good for my age. Bachabazi accused of telling soldiers to overlook Afghan abuse of boys. I advise you to do 9:30 a.m. Well, I go live when I feel like it, my friend. You can always watch it. This is not a Bachabazi boy. Look, little kids, disgusting people. And then they lecture you about homosexuality. I made, actually, I translated the video many years ago, actually, from an official Islamic TV, Saudi Arabia. They said 30 to 40% of the population of Jeddah, they have sexual intercourse with a family member, boy or a girl, which means boy with the boy, or girl with the girl, or boy with the girl, which means brother and sister, brother and brother, sister and sister, or even a friend, family member. Somebody, he said to me, early Christians in Acts chapter practiced communism. To practice communism, the one who told you that is a monkey. To practice communism, you have, number one, you strip people from their rights. Is that correct, guys? There's no right for anyone. There's no right to believe. There's no right to spend. There's no right to earn. This is what communism. Communism is the government decide who earn, who don't. But this is absolutely false. And that starts with the Christ making it clear that it's your will, choosing what you want. Not everyone say to me, Lord, Lord, but the one who do the will of my Father. So what is the will of my Father? David, he was a king. He owned territories. He even have slaves. He have, thousands of people working for him. Do you see how communist they are? Same as Solomon, same as every king after that. The disciple of Jesus, they were not rich, but they never promote communist teaching. That's false. They promote charity. Charity is against communism, because in the communists, they don't give it charity. They strip the one who have money and give it to someone supposedly he don't have money. This is in the paper, but in reality they don't do that. The fact, the communist, the official, they take money from the one who is rich supposedly and they put it in their pocket. In Christianity, we have a charity, which is something you do willingly, not against your will. So whoever said that to you is a mentally stupid person. All of Christianity actually is based on charity. Jesus willingly, he gave himself. The disciple willingly, they gave their life. They gave their service. Even when we pray, we say our Father out of heaven, and we say forgive to us the same as we forgive to others. This is willingly. Even forgiveness is something willingly. Nobody forces us. So Christianity teaches you not to harm others and to forgive them, even those who harm you. So how we can be communist? But people, they say stupid things. And if you are stupid like them, you do not know how to answer them. Right? When the Jews, they asked Jesus about giving tax to Caesar. Do you guys remember what Jesus said? Give what to Caesar to Caesar. That is not a statement of a communist. Caesar is a king, not a socialist. Give to what? To Caesar. To Caesar. He asked him to show the coins in his hand, and the coins have the image of Caesar. The Jewish are hypocrite. They are questioning if we should support Caesar, pay tax or not, yet they are using the currency of Caesar. The same as the Muslim today. They say they are against the kuffar, but they carry their passport and they carry their money. And they take an oath even to take citizenship, saying they want to, you know, defend Caesar. All right? Anyway, people are stupid. They say whatever they want. But when people who they are stupid, they say whatever they want, we don't blame them. They are stupid. But are you stupid too to believe what they say? That will be the question. All right? Like, do we have in the book of Acts where we took money from somebody and give it to somebody? No. Did Jesus help the poor the same he helped the rich? Yes. Did Jesus take money from anybody? No. Did he take it from the rich? No. Did he take from the poor? No. The Messiah treated everybody equally. And he made it clear that a rich, who is speaking about evil one, is going to be harder for him to go inside an eye of a needle. Even the land rule, if it's against God, I'm not going to obey it. There's a limit of what we can obey for the land rule. If we have now a president, he said every citizen should be a gay from now on. Are we going to obey their land rule? No. Right? We don't. We obey governor rule only if the governor is not opposing God. The second he opposes God, I'm not going to obey him. So they have many laws in this country. It's against God. I'm not being obedient to it. This is their law. Nothing to do with me. Do you remember the story of John the Baptist? Did John the Baptist lose his life? He lost his life for what reason? He obey or disobey? You see, there's many Christian priests. They say to you there's verses in the New Testament speaking about obeying the kings. Not to cause a trouble. Not to be a rebel. But they are not saying to you to obey the evil ones. Never. There's a huge difference between not to cause a trouble and dead and bloodshed and to say the truth to the king. John the Baptist, when this ruler decide to have a woman, she don't belong to him and he have no right to marry her. He did not say, well, God, he chose this man. I mean, how this person became God unless God, he let it happen. This is the philosophy of many people, and they explain the Bible as they wish. Even if God, he made somebody able to be a king, but he did not give him the right to take a woman of somebody else, or to take his niece, or to take his daughter. So a true believer, he opposes no matter who doing wrong. Do we understand? If you decide to obey the law which is against God, then you lost your salvation. Which one is more important? It's up to you. You see, the law of the Roman, if you are a Christian, we kill you. That was a law. They made a law, literally, they made a law. Anyone who is a Christian should be killed. Did the Christian obey and decide not to be a Christian so they can live and obey the law? Or for the purpose of obeying the law? No, they stay Christians. Right? Muhammad, David, he, what, kebab? He left Christianity, my friend. I can show you the prophet wife, she left Islam and she married a Christian. Do you want to call me? The wife of your prophet. Call me, I will show you, I will make you read the reference. And don't talk about someone he left Christianity. Do you remember the stupid Mimi hijab? He invited someone, his name is Borat Rahman, and supposedly he thought if he invite him, this guy, he is going to expose Christianity. So he asked him, did Jesus was in the cross and he was killed?
If this book was from other than God, they would have found in it many contradictions.
If a book is without contradictions, that has no bearing on whether it comes from God or not. I've had phone books that are inerrant, but I certainly don't think God gave them.
They invited this guy to win an argument. This guy, he made them shish kebab. Even though he's a stupid, the stupid Islam was so silly for him. This God, he said, if this book is from not from God, you will find contradiction. He said to them, I have a yellow page in Arabic. It has zero contradiction. Is it from God? And now they will ask him about if Jesus was killed or not.
I think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God in the sense that he was specially chosen by God. I think Jesus really did think he was going to be the Messiah.
See? So he gave Muhammad hijab a finger. He just told him that the Messiah is not the Messiah, but his prophet says the Messiah is the Messiah. Did you hear him saying he thought he is going to be the Messiah? He thought. And he said the Messiah was crucified. Muhammad said, no, was not. He said that the Messiah was buried. Muhammad, he said, no, he was not. And the stupid Mimi hijab was doing what? Was shaking his head. Did you see it? This is supposedly an ex-Christian. And look how stupid this guy. If he just said he thought he will become the Messiah, I mean, you believe in the Messiah. How you claim to be an atheist? Because if you believe in the idea there is somebody, he is going to be the Messiah, then you are not an atheist. And he said word by word, Christ, he thought he would be the Messiah. He thought he would be the Messiah, which means he believed that the Messiah will come.
I really do think Jesus was crucified and that he really was dead and buried. He thought that he was a son of God. And
look how Mimi hijab is shaking his head like a cat, you know? I mean, he brought this guy to get Christianity busted. This guy, in 2 sentences, he destroyed all of Muhammad's words. Do we have any Muhammadan? Okay, we don't have any. Feel free to download my video if you care. We will keep it there for maybe until tomorrow. And until we see you soon again, we say, may the Lord bless you. And we are here to expose the liars and those who make business, their business, the blood of people. You know, Muhammad, just go, man. Don't come here. Don't come here. You're just a kid. You're just a stupid like your prophet. I mean, you must be a 6 years old girl, aren't you? I mean, look at your comment. I mean, it's silly, stupid. You know, I don't have time for this stupidity. Let your dad call me, your sheikh call me. You stop being like a little kid. You will never grow. I don't think you are a Muslim. I think you are a bug. You know, you are a bug sent by the Mossad just to be annoying. Like, do you know that my chicken converted to Islam yesterday? Do you read the chicken she converted to Islam? Yes, brother. I see the white chicken. Oh, she's a white. Is she European? Christian Prince. All white chicken, they are European. Are you stupid? Have you ever seen a white chicken in Africa? There's no white chicken in Africa? Absolutely. There's no white chicken in Africa. And this chicken, he became, you know, and he was a scholar in the Bible. The chicken was a scholar in the Bible. Exactly. And this thinking, by the way, her husband is Mr. Rooster, and he was white too, and he is thinking now to leave Christianity too. Rooster, he decided to leave Christianity too. Oh, now you remind me. Your prophet, he says, when you hear the rooster, that means he saw an angel. When you see a donkey, that means he saw a shaitan. I wonder where he took that from. Where? I'm not going to talk about it now. Muhammadan, okay, you know what? You forced me, Muhammad, now. I decided to play some comedy. Hold on. I was going to leave. Why you do that? Why?
Assalamu alaikum. My heart is breaking. Oh, brothers and sisters, my soul is aching. Brothers and sisters, did you know that so many people are leaving Islam every day? Why would anybody leave such a beautiful religion? Why would they choose to become a sick disbeliever instead? A'udhu billah. Brothers and sisters, 100,000 Muslims are leaving Islam every single year.
Over 100,000 Muslims leave Islam every single year.
Look at
I'm
the
telling
music.
you, this is serious stuff. This is not a joke.
This is not a joke, brothers and sisters.
Yes, we say that there are 1.6 billion Muslims in the world, and Islam is growing day by day. But the standard narrative
Has holes.
and we are not proud of that.
And we're not proud of that.
Apostates are everywhere. They are among us. They are even people who memorize the Quran.
They are copies of the Quran.
The youth are full of doubts.
Our youth are full of doubts.
And we tell them, doubts? What doubts, man?
Doubts! What doubts, man?
Have some guts, be a man.
Have some guts, be a man!
But nobody is answering their questions.
And nobody's answering their questions.
We tell them to stop questioning and to stop being emotional, and we tell them to be a Chad.
Be a Chad, you can do it, I believe in you.
But instead, they choose to be bad.
We've seen this happen, unfortunately. We've seen this happen to a lot of people.
If it continues like this, your child is gonna become an apostate.
Your child is going to become an apostate.
Imagine your child, the child that you are raising, could end up with the disbelievers, with the kuffar, and go to hellfire.
Hellfire will want to swallow them!
Hellfire will roast them, toast them, break them, shake them. Hellfire will annihilate them. And the rest of us will be watching. Brothers and sisters, we must act now. We must do something about this. And what you can do is to donate to our channel so that we can do something.
May Allah keep.
Especially we are up to donate. Now, if you donate, we can do something. If you don't donate, remember, if you don't donate, we cannot do something. Brothers and sisters, come on. You have to donate. If you don't donate, how we can do something? This is all the Muslim scam. Donate now so we can do something. If you don't donate, we cannot do something. Mimi Hijabi have a debate with David Wood 2 hours after. Did not even sleep. It was after the middle of the night in USA. They made a video saying, brother, this is the video he's playing of Ridi Dawa to donate. 100,000 Muslims leaving Islam only in USA according to Muslims a year. And look at this guy. This guy is even more horrible.
Our channel so that we can do something.
May Allah keep us firm.
No, I'm not talking against opposite prophet. I'm talking about the Muslims. The Muslims, all of them, donate now. Or Lili Dawa is now selling fabric. I don't know what it is. That Mimi Hijab is selling the black seed. It's a commercial. Everybody, I mean, if you're selling a book, I would say it's a book. And you are doing education, but you are selling black seed. That's good.
Never let us go astray. May Allah keep our children firm.
If we don't take constructive steps now, this is going to become an avalanche.
It is going to become an avalanche.
A tsunami.
A tsunami.
The apostates, they are everywhere. They don't make it public. They hide it. They are leading prayers.
They are leading prayers in the masjid.
They are still living the life of a religious Muslim.
And they are still leading that life while simultaneously declaring their apostasy.
Brothers and sisters, if you feel as strongly about this as I do, then please donate to us and our cause. You can make a one-time donation or a monthly donation. Please be generous. Please give whatever you can so that we can take the responsibility.
We accept, me myself, I accept falafel, baklava, hummus, tomato, I love tomato. We accept what else, you know? I mean, just use your imagination. Come on, I mean, come on, we do not need to tell you. Because if you don't make donation, we cannot do something. Donation have to come first, then we can do something. If there's no donation, we cannot do. Have you ever heard of someone did something without donation? I will give you an example. You wanted to do something, and then you go to the store and you want to get something. Can you get something without giving the money? You know, give the money? No. So in order to buy something, you have to give something. Now, if I want to fight Islam, okay, and to fight Islam, what do? You have to, like, as an example, you have to buy pork. You buy pork, you put it in the corner of your house. Allah and His angels, they cannot come to your house. See, I give you now a reason. I just told you my secret, where I spend my money. I have pork all over the fence of my house. So if a terrorist will attack me, this is like a security, you know. Another security, I have to buy crosses, put the cross around because they have phobia. They see the cross, they get scared. Another security, you know, I have to feed the lizard, who is the enemy of Allah. You know, I mean, we have to feed our friends who they are supporting us against Islam. Shouldn't we support each other? True, you know, the enemies of Allah, they should support each other. I don't know. If we are really truthful, we should do that. Or like a hamster, you know.
Can we keep hamsters as pets? The Prophet ﷺ instructed us to kill 5 types of animals, whether we find them in the hill area, which is out of the haram, or inside the haram. And he also ordered us in different hadith to kill mice, because a mouse is a type of an animal that is evil by nature. And it carries a lot of diseases, and the plague is one of them, among others. And it's known to be destructive and with evil intent. Even it may take a piece of thread and get it burnt from, or set it on fire from.
See, listen, senor. See, guys, let me explain to you. This evil mice, she will go to your fireplace, and she will use, you know, like those things you put next to the fireplace. She will pick up some fire, and she go around the house, and she start, like, she put the curtain on fire, the carpet in fire, the rag, the couch, even with evil intent. I mean, do you see Muslim? They see things spiritually. They are spiritual people. They think deeply. They observe. You know, like, it's a mice. The mice causing a fire. Why she is doing that? She is doing it with evil intents. Philosophy. Nobody have it. Even Buddhists don't have this.
Piece of thread and get it burnt from, or set it on fire from a candle or fire in the house, and take that thread and burn the whole house with it. So mice are evil, and we are ordered in Islam to kill them.
Okay.
A hamster is very similar to mice.
Okay.
It looks like mice.
It looks like mice.
Say it's about 86 to 90 species of...
I understand what you are trying to say. I mean, if it walk like a duck, talk like a duck, it's a duck. We got it. So it is 80-60% look like a mice. Hamster, 80 to 60, 86%, it looks like a mice. They're cousin.
About 86 to 90 species of mice that are found there.
Okay.
So a hamster is a rodent.
And not to forget that his name starts with ham. That alone is a reason to kill it. You know, ham. Are you kidding me? Ham and is a ham star. So he's the star of the pork. That is a big reason to kill it. Hamster. I mean, even his name is a crime. What a crazy word.
Species of mice that are found there. So a hamster is a rodent, and it falls under the same category of mice, and hence it is not permissible to keep them as pets because of the instruction of the Prophet ﷺ to kill them wherever we find them and to dispose of them.
That's it? What? That's the end of the movie? I thought you want to show us how to kill it, how to shoot it. I'm really disappointed. What the heck? Look, this is a Muslim. He put for you. Look at this. Bit hamster? Haram, 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 haram. Okay. Can we keep cats as pets? And OCD about cats spreading impurity everywhere? Look how deep those questions, man. Cats, rats. Does wife always need a permission to go out? For sure. Men wearing jeans. Haram or halal? Let us see this one. That sounds serious.
Harun from Bosnia-Herzegovina.
So, Sheikh, basically what I wanted to ask is, what is the permissibility for men to wear tight/tighter jeans? Is it something haram or makruh or something generally to be avoided? Because I remember in a video of yours from a while back, it seemed basically that you were against it, but you mentioned that it's better than, obviously, a woman wearing tight jeans. So what is the ruling on this? Jazakumullahu khairan.
Wajazakum. The scholars say that the hadith where the Prophet ﷺ mentioned the two types of the people of hell that he had not seen, and he described them to us, meaning that they will be coming in the future. One of them was women who were dressed but nude at the same time. How would that be possible?
How that is?
Scholars said that either because they're wearing see-through that exposes their aura, or they're wearing...
The women of Muhammad, they were wearing see-through in the street at that time? Brother, I want to go back on time. I am born in the wrong time for sure.
Tights that would give the shape out of their bodies. This hadith was about women. Now, for men, we don't have the same hadith, though wearing see-through that exposes your aura is prohibited without any doubt, because you can see the aura.
But Muhammad, he was sitting, exposing his balls and his thighs when men, they are going inside his house. And he never covered himself. Muhammad going naked, opening the door, and the man, he saw him totally naked, it's okay. Muhammad taking off his top and a man kissing him down his belly, it is okay. But haram, brother, haram, haram. Okay, let us see different video. Guys, should I stop or you want to see more? Okay. A sheikh, he says, I don't know. Are you kidding me?
Osama from Sri Lanka.
Sheikh, my question is in Surah Al-Duha, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the verse number 6 and 7 and 8, أَلَمْ يَجِدْكَ يَتِيمًا فَآوَى وَجَدَكَ ضَالًّا فَهَدَى وَجَدَكَ عَائِلًا فَأَغْنَى. So Allah uses the word called find and found in this 3 ayah. So the word found is used if someone forgets something and he finds it. As Allah is Al-Alim, the all-knowing, why did he use the word called find and found in this ayahs?
I don't know. It's very simple, Akhi. This is
I don't know. The guy is asking, if Allah, he knows everything, how he used the word he found you? He found you mean he did not know until he found you. You know what I mean? Do you understand the question? Allah, he found Muhammad lost and he guided. Allah, he found Muhammad misguided and he guided him. So he's saying, how Allah, he is the all-knowing, he knows everything, yet he just found this. The Sheikh answer, very simple. I don't know. Straightforward.
In Surah Al-Duha, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the verse number 6 and 7 and 8, أَلَمْ يَجِدْكَ يَتِيمًا فَآوَى وَجَدَكَ ضَالًّا فَهَدَى وَجَدَكَ عَائِلًا فَأَغْنَى. So Allah uses the word called find and found in this 3 ayah. So the word found is used if someone forgets something and he finds it. As Allah is Al-Alim, the all-knowing, why did he use the word called find and found in this ayahs?
I don't know. It's very simple, Akhi. This is something that you have to go to the books of Al-Bayan.
So you are the Sheikh. Guys, you have to go to the book of Al-Bayan. So you have a TV station and you have a grown beard and you are telling the kid, you go to books? When we go to book, what he said to you is the truth. The book says that. The book says this is something either you lost and you found it again, or you found something you never know before. So how is Allah is all-knowing and now he just found something about Muhammad? You tell him you do not know? Go and read books?
That is more specific and more specialized than the tafsir. Most likely you'll find the reason in some selected books of tafsir that would look into this, such as Az-Zamakhshari, Kashaf.
Why you don't tell him what Az-Zamakhshari said? He know the name of the author, but he do not know what the author said about it.
Which we definitely don't advise people to look into it.
What the heck? He just advised him to read books like Az-Zamakhshari and Kashaf, but we don't advise you to read it. Brother, if you want to know the meaning, you go to books which is specialized in the meaning of words, like Az-Zamakhshari, Al-Kashaf. But we don't advise people to read those books. I mean, have you ever heard of a stupid answer like this? You just told the guy what to read, and now you are telling him, but we don't advise people to read it?
That would look into this, such as Az-Zamakhshari, Kashaf, which we definitely don't advise people to look into it because he has Mu'tazili Aqidah, which is corrupt and bad. And
he's asking the guy that the meaning for this word can be found in the book of somebody is corrupt. And he is not corrupt, but you do not know the meaning. And he is the one they call himself Sheikh, and he have a TV, and he have a beard, and he take calls. Go and read the book of that corrupt man. But we don't advise you to read the corrupt man book, but the meaning will be there. So should we read it, or we don't read it?
Evil.
And he is evil too.
Some of the good in his writings, there is a huge amount of evil in it. So we don't definitely...
Some of the good of his writing, listen. Some of the good of his writing have a huge amount of, how you just say, in the good of his writing have a great evil. How it is good. I mean, you see the camel urine effect? This is not wine effect for sure. He just said that the evil in the good writing. In his good writing, there is a great amount of evil. Good writing. Lord have mercy. If I keep playing videos of those people, we will die laughing forever. I mean, this is endless, stupid, man. Why you don't leave Islam?
Sheikh, I have been suffering from waswas for more than 2 years, and about my belief in Islam, and they are too intense. And when I say astaghfirullah, I can't even say like it with the certainty. When I say astaghfirullah, I don't have that certainty while saying it. And I like it, my waswas are too dense.
Why don't you leave Islam?
He's asking the guy, okay, as long as this is the case, why you don't leave Islam? You don't believe in Allah. And when you say the name of Allah, you are not certain about Allah's existence. So he's telling the guy, why you don't leave Islam? Huh? Why you don't leave Islam?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you leave Islam? What's keeping you?
What?
I'm asking you, answer me. Oh, we did not take that literally and left Islam already and hung up.
No, sir, no, sir.
So, answer me. Why don't you leave Islam? What's that?
Because I know it's the truth.
Okay, and because you're afraid of hellfire, and because you want to go to Jannah, yes. Correct?
See?
Yes, sir.
Now, if...
None of those is the reason to be a Muslim, actually. He's afraid. He want to go to Jannah to F the girls. This is the reason to be a Muslim? You see how they expose themselves? Not because they believe, he's just afraid. He just told him he don't believe in Allah. He have no certainty of Allah exists. And now he's saying to him, why you don't believe in Islam? Why don't you leave Islam? He says, is that the reason because you don't, you're afraid you want to go to heaven? The guy, he said yes.
The enemy of Islam, whether he's the president or the prime minister, comes to you with a glass of orange juice. And he says, oh, Muhammad bhai, drink this orange juice, is good for you. Will you drink it?
No.
Why?
Because he's evil.
Because he's evil, and you know that he has definitely put poison in it.
Definitely, but the one who bring you the camel urine, you drink it immediately. Orange, you just said it's orange juice. And now he is the enemy of Islam. He will put poison for you. But all the Muslims, they eat in the restaurant of the kuffar. They go to Thailand, they eat in the restaurant of the Buddhist. And they drink the vodka of the Russian.
Now you tell me.
You tell me.
Will you come and say, Sheikh, I have waswas. Muhammad bhai, who is this waswas coming from?
But Mike.
Oh, Sheikh, it's coming from Satan, my fierce enemy. So I said, why do you believe him? How is it logical?
The guy, he just asked you, he don't have certainty about Allah. And now instead of telling him to prove how Allah exists, you are blaming Shaitan. You are blaming the enemy of Allah. You are blaming everybody, but you don't tell him how we can be certain about Allah. Isn't Allah was exist before Shaitan? Which means the certainty of his exist should be proven without talking about Shaitan. Can we prove Allah without speaking about this and that? Do I need Shaitan to make this person believe that Allah is true, because shaitan is the one who's making you not to believe? Maybe it's Allah is the one who made him to do that. Isn't it the Muslim belief in destiny? In fact, not maybe, it is what you Muslim believe. Everything is a destiny. To believe or not, it's a destiny. Nothing in Islam is not a destiny. Sin, adultery, fornication, killing, everything is a destiny in Islam. Let us see. I'm trying to find some videos. Look at those glasses. Oh boy.
Razi from Canada.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh. How are you?
Alaikum assalam wa barakatuh.
So my question was that yesterday you said that Ahmadi do not pray, fast, and don't perform Hajj. And in your other videos you have said this as well. So I just wanted to come clarify that this
Razi, listen to me. You have done so much harm with your videos and mocking me personally with your lies, and we don't have to discuss this, because ask any Muslim who is part of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah or part of the Super Sufis or even the Shia, and they will tell you that the Qadianis are not from Islam and they do not belong to the Muslim.
See how we changed the topic? The Ahmadiyya, he said to him, you said in previous video that we don't fast, we don't do Hajj, we don't do this and that. Which means he is saying to him, you are lying. Instead of saying, no, you don't do that, this is true. Suddenly he changed the topic to say, ask any Muslim. All of them, they agree that Ahmadiyya are not Muslims. But this is not what he called to ask about. He called to ask why you are lying about us. We fast, we pray, and we do Hajj. He changed the topic immediately. And obviously they told him that this is a guy, he made videos about him to expose him.
And they do not belong to the Muslim community. So it doesn't matter to me whether you're a Jew or a Christian. It's the same. So I don't think that it is proper to leave the platform to you to express any more lies than what you have done in the past.
He hang up on him? He hang up on him?
Razi from Canada, we've...
The guy is going again.
discontinued that call because...
he hang up on him. He hang up on the guy. Oh boy.
I, in the past, used to entertain his calls on the show, and so many Muslims, may Allah bless them, came to me through emails telling me that this guy is a devout Qadiani, and he's like their public relations, and he has made videos against me about drinking beer and making fun of the sheikh that he drinks beer. And I saw some of his lies.
Yeah, by the way, this sheikh, he drink beer.
And I got to know where this guy is coming from. To their cult, he's doing a good job because he's defending what he...
How he is lying and he is doing good job? He can be doing good job if he is exposing you. Because in order to do good job, he have to be successful. And to be successful, that means he is using what you are saying against you.
Believes. And definitely Satan is happy with him. And they are doing a good job. What hurts most is
really
that we need dedicated people like this.
The Muslims, they don't have the dedicated people like the evil ones.
Among the Muslims who dedicate their lives, their times, and their efforts to propagate Islam, real Islam, from the Quran and the Sunnah. So such voices of evil would not find its way out. Alhamdulillah, this guy, by the way, I'm not publicizing him because no Muslim would.
Until now, he did not publicize him, you know. This remind me of Zakir Naik. He said, Brother Fitar, there are the people ask me to debate David Wood. And I say, I don't want to debate him because if I debate him, I will make him famous. You're just stupid. You just said his name 3-5 times. So he don't want to make him famous, but he just mentioned his name once and twice and thrice. And all of this, he don't want to make him famous. Isn't this a smart idea? Somebody can call Trump to mention my name so I will not get famous. Please call Trump and tell him next time you go on TV, tell them, I don't like to read the books of a Christian prince. And I don't want to make him famous. And please, don't read his books. They can be found in Amazon. His first book called Deception of Allah. Please don't read it. I don't want to make him famous. I mean, look at those stupid people. He keep talking about him in every call, and then he don't want to make him famous. And he just said that he is devoted. Did you notice? He just said that this guy is devoted. That means he's a good guy. How you describe somebody evil, but you call him devoted? Let us go to the Quran Yoga.
The fourth question is from Sohag Ahmad. Sir, please debate with David Woods or say something to him as he says lot of rubbish things about you and other Islamic scholars. This person, Sohag Ahmad, and few other Muslim brothers have been continuously asking this question that, oh, why Dr. Zakir Naik not debating with David Woods, and they keep on asking this question several times, and I didn't think it was important, but now finally I've taken the question to give them the reason. Firstly, you have to understand that anyone that challenges a person, it's not required that you should accept the challenge.
Exactly.
As far as you realize, there are many non-Muslims who are becoming famous just by trying to criticize a popular person. Generally, it's a general rule, whether Muslim or non-Muslim.
I mean, this guy is not famous to the point Muslims are calling you, asking you to debate him. And this is the reason. I mean, he's unknown, brother. He's unknown. And I don't want to make him famous. But almost every single Muslim, you know him. But remember, I don't want to know him. I don't want you to know him. His name is David Wood, by the way.
If he criticizes a popular personality or a celebrity, that person becomes famous. This is a common thing. It's nothing new.
He's a celebrity now.
So because of that, David Woods is one of the Christians who has spoken against me and spoken against.
Talking against me. The Chinese, they said, he lived as a donkey, never came back as a horse. You know, the first time I did read the sentence, it was, I think it was a book called I think it's called The Intelligence and the Word. intelligence and the word. Yeah, I'm just translating the name of the Arabic book. And I think the author, his name, I think Anis Mansour. I mean, this was, I was a kid, literally a kid, you know. Let me see. Yeah, this is the author. I'm trying to find his book. Oh, here we go. No, this is a different one. Yeah, anyway, that's what I remember when I did. I learned this sentence first time, where he said that the Chinese, they say, he left as a donkey, never come back as a horse. And since that, I use this sentence. I find it very much truthful. You know, and to describe many things you see around you, people, situation, countries, even nations. Like, you know, if you speak about the Middle East, with all the oil we have and unlimited money and resource, I mean, we have a flood of money coming from the ground, literally flood of money. The Middle East is still the most worst, uneducated, cave time land. Even though they build high buildings, like, you know, if you type now Dubai, they will say to you, Dubai have high buildings. It is zero. There's no country in Dubai. Dubai is not a country. It's a country made of cartoon. One bullet will make the whole country collapse, for it's just a farm. It is a hub, you know, hub where everybody put his outlet. It's a place where people do money laundering and mafia business, prostitutions, you name it. Same as Qatar. All the country, it's not exist. It's just the faucet of the gas. If the gas stop, the cartoon is not there. Bahrain is the same. Saudi Arabia, after 70, 80 years of war, of oil, until now they don't even have a sewage. Until now they cannot build anything. They claim that they accomplished something, but in reality, they cannot build even a highway. Like, as an example, you heard that the Crown Prince, he want to build a city will cost $500 billion. Who is going to build it? The Korean. In TV, they say the Crown Prince built it. If you search right now, Korean contract, Emirat, Korean contract, Saudi Arabia, Korean contract, Qatar, Korean, they are building all the Middle East. But Korean are people who used to be very poor, to the point they used to go around the world to work and find some piece of food to eat. And look at Korea today. No oil, no gas. Top technology, very smart people, and the proof of their intelligence, they are building countries. So what is missing in the Middle East? Why poor people like the Korean, they are flourishing? And why rich people like the Arab are demolishing? The answer is very simple. There is no civilization. Islam came and every civil power destroyed. Take Islam away, the Middle East will be a different land. You know, in one upon the time, Persia was equal to Rome. And Rome and Persia used to fight over power to control the world, the old world. What is Iran today? Iran today is a powerful country if they are going to fight Saudi Arabia. Iran is a dead country if they want to fight Israel. Iran today, people are selling their kidney so they can live. Prostitution is #1 business. Even though they have oil, they have a lot of resource. So what happened to Iran, who was a flourishing in the time of the Persian before Islam? And why now it is horrible, miserable? There is no water, even to drink. If a country cannot even think about how to protect their own priceless resource, which is water, how this country can even survive? The evil of Islam made them think only about war. All the money they have, they spend it in making weapon, buying weapon, investing in weapon. But countries without economy will collapse in 2 seconds if a war is started. War is costly. And people who have no water, they cannot live. The country is dying. Farming is not exist no more. And this is the case all over. Iran was not different in the time of the Shah, the Persian, when the Persian was Persia. The water crisis was always there. But you will see that 2,000 years ago, the Iranian, the Persian, they used to have dam, they have agriculture, they have farming, they are very successful to have a better life. Yathrib, the city where the Jews used to live, and Muhammad, he took it later, was the most famous farm or farming land in the desert. Why? Because the one who was living there is the Jews. Israel was a desert, or some kind of a desert. The land is not really appealing, not too much water. Sometimes there's no water at all. If you go right now and you see the desert, you will see how Israel, the Jews, they turn the desert into green, beautiful land. What is missing? The Arab controlled this land for more than 1,000 years, 1,400 years. Was desert, and it stayed as a desert. The Jews came. The land became a green. Then you need to ask yourself, what is the question need to be asked? Like, why? How those people, they can make the desert a green, and those people, they cannot, they make the green desert. It doesn't make sense. The Saudi ones, they decide to make their desert a green. They said, look, the Israeli are doing it, we can do it too. So the stupid Saudi government at the time of the King Fahd, they give loan to anyone who want to dig a well in the water and in the ground, so he can generate water and make a farm. And everybody starts taking them a loan, because the loan is for free. It's like free money. They do not know what to do with the money. And then they destroy the strategic water which is saved under the ground, which saved through hundreds of years, if not thousands, in less than 10 years. They took it all. They suck it from the ground. In the first year they start digging, you can find water maybe 60 meters under the ground. A few years after, you have to dig 300 meters. A few years after, you have to dig 400 meters. A few years after, you can find nothing. The Israeli, they are not doing that. Extremely intelligent agriculture, extremely using the water for the benefit, extreme technology, and as you see, the land becomes so delicious. The dead land. This is dead land. This is literally, I mean, for me, if you ask me, I will give you like 1,000 hectares in this land. I will say what I would do with it. This is dead land. Look at it. Even the soil is not really healthy. The soil itself, I mean, full of salt. It's salty. It's bad. It's a bad soil. What I will do with it? You bring the Jews, and then the Jews will make it farms. And now the Jews, they become one of the biggest names of producing olive oil, olive fruits, flowers, palm dates. Actually, I saw a documentary that they were able to revive a palm tree like seed exist from the time of David. They found seeds which is there for thousands of years. Imagine. They were able to bring it back to life. And now they have the same trees which exist before. So it is not the land. It is the people. Do you understand? And why the people are not successful? Because religion have a huge impact on nations. Islam is one of the religion will make the land desert. The Ottoman as an example. They occupy most of the Middle East. What they do? They cut all the trees in Iraq, in Syria, in Jordan to build houses and palaces in the Ottoman Empire. Even to use them as a fuel for their trains. They transform even the Greenland into desert. Jordan is a country just across the street from Israel. Go check Jordan. It's a dead land. It's the same valley. Look at this. This is the land how it is before the Jews they took it. Look at this land. It's dead. There's nothing. And they don't even have the water. They don't have even the resource for water. And one day, the Jews wanted to do something good for all the area. So they told the Jordanian king at that time, hey, listen, what about we open a tunnel between the Mediterranean and the Dead Sea? The Jordanian king, the Arab, they told him, no, that will help Israel. Don't do that. That will make the Jews flourish. But Jordan don't have water. And the Dead Sea now is dead, totally dead. There's nothing but salt. It became like little tiny water. And this water already is so salty. You can't even walk in it, by the way, because there's like the salt make like caves. When you walk in it, it can collapse and you can die. If he agreed with the Israeli to open a tunnel between, or a canal, sorry, between the Mediterranean Sea and the Dead Sea, that will revive the Dead Sea, will make the Dead Sea alive again, and will bring a lot of water and humidity to the area. They refuse. 20 years after, the Arab Jordanian, they start kissing the ass of the Jews, says we agree. The Jews then, they said, well, we don't. We don't need it. At that time was a good idea. Now it's not. If they agree to open this thing, the whole area will change. That will give a lot of wealth to all the people around. But because they are full of their hate, they don't want the Jews to get the benefit. They want to have the benefit only for themselves. They refuse. And Dead Sea Tunnel was going to provide electricity, agriculture, fishing, I mean, you name it, because the Dead Sea will not be dead no more. Simply you have unlimited water, and not only that, actually this can help. You know, they are complaining about like the global warming and the sea is rising. So taking water from the Mediterranean, that take water from all the oceans. And the Dead Sea is way down. So the water will run so easy. You do not need even a pump, and you can generate a lot of electricity by opening such a tunnel. And that will help both countries to have a great benefit. They refuse. And this tunnel is not really far. I mean, it doesn't take too much of work to open it. And even they can use it for transportation, like, you know, carrying heavy stuff. Like, you know, in Europe, there is a major rivers. They use them for transportation. Goods transportation, trade, even tourism. They refuse. If you look at the Middle East, you will see that Israel is a country is out of the bloom. Like, it doesn't look like any country around. Why? You have to ask yourself the reason. And the reason is they are not Muslims. If Israel become Muslims, Israel will be doomed. They will become the same as Jordan, the same as Iraq, the same as Syria, the same as Lebanon. Look at Lebanon. Look what Islam did to Lebanon. Lebanon used to be the most moderate country in the world. At least in tourism and banking. Today, they don't even have electricity. They don't have water. Today, Hezbollah is destroying the country. All right? So religion is a huge impact and will take you back on time to the cave time. Islam is against you being smart. As you see, they are busy making program about killing hamster. While the Israeli, they are busy, you know, I mean, the technology now, all technology in the world is connected to Israel. Defense, computer chips, even hacking programs, security programs, virtual security, network security, satellite, agriculture, and now they have the hydrogen technology, which is going to be a big problem for all the Muslim world. Israel will be one of maybe the biggest countries who produce hydrogen. Wealth sometimes can be a curse for some people. if they are uncivil and ungodly. Wealth destroy them. If a person is a ungodly, what he do with wealth? Drugs, hashish, sex, crimes. He go out of control because now he is wealthy. He think he own the world. A civil person who believe in God, money will not make him a worse person. Money will make him use it godly way. He will be successful. He will think about how to benefit others, how to benefit his homeland, how to benefit even the whole world. Anyone have any question? Actually, for me, I wish they accepted to make this project for the Dead Sea. That will be a great project. I mean, it's a Dead Sea. It's dead, just dead. Why you want to waste it? What about we bring water, and this water will generate electricity, bring fish. We can make the sea alive again. Real sea. This is a real sea. This is not a lake. And now the sea, it's not a sea no more. I mean, you see, like, look, it's not even connected to each other. It's became like a small lakes. And every year is shrinking more and more and more and more. Any question? So it's not the money you have. Somebody is a trashy person. You give him money. A nightclub and drugs, sex, buy some guns to shoot somebody. That's it. That's his life. He have money now. A person who is civil, have a morality, if he have money, he will establish a business. He will have a better life for him, and people around him will be impacted in a positive way. So it's not really the money. It is how you think and what you believe in. And for sure, education can be a big problem. My country can grow tomato because Israel gave them technology. Ghana and Israel. I am coming to Ghana, my friend. Your country have tomato and you are not saying that? Guys, did you see what Mr. Key said? The Israeli, they gave technology to people of Ghana to grow tomato. And he is hiding that from us. I'm going there tomorrow. Tomato is the magical word for me. I love tomato. I'm serious. I'm not joking. Actually, I saw even they are helping Morocco. You see, they are helping Muslims. They are helping Muslims to generate. Imagine they are generating water from the air. From the air. Not from the ground. Yeah. Anyway, good for you, my friend. But I advise you not to grow only tomato. I mean, you grow cucumber so we can make salad. Tomato alone? We cannot just eat tomato 24 hours, 7 days a week. Grow tomato, cucumber, I don't know if you can grow like some lemon trees so we can squeeze on the salad. So we can make a Greek salad. First time I came to the state, this is a long time ago, before many of you was born. Because as you know, I'm very, very ancient. I was invited to like a wedding party or something like that. And they have a menu. I look at the menu. I don't know what is that. I saw the word salad. This is the only word I know. So I said, okay, salad. You know, salad. Only, sir, salad? I said, oh, salad, yeah. So they went and they brought me a dish. And you know, I never saw salad like this. I thought this guy is insulting me, making fun of me. This is something, this is a dish you give it to a goat. I never saw salad like the American salad. A bunch of leaves of lettuce, and then there's 2 pieces of tomato on the side. And what? I mean, this is something you give to a goat. What is the salad? Where is the salad? It's like going to the grocery store, grabbing some leaves and put them in the dish as it is. This is called salad. And I was saying, man, this is salad. And since then, I never order salad in any American restaurant. Never. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they do the salad, man. You feel like you're... Look at this one. Look at this dish. This is salad. And this is not... This is inspired by some other nations. This is not American. American, they will put nothing. They will put the lettuce like this, 2 pieces of tomato, and that's it. Good luck. This is salad, okay? Yeah. And chew it. I mean, do you even know what salad means? Oh boy. Not to forget to mention, first time I went to a church in America, the Christian guy, he took me, he said, do you want to eat with me lunch? I said, sure. Are you hungry? I said, yeah. He said, okay. We went downtown, and then he said, let us eat hot dogs. And I was shocked. I just arrived to America. I went to a Christian church. The guy in the church who is very nice, he invited me, and he want to make me eat hot dogs. And my head start like getting dizzy. Those people, they eat dogs. They don't look like, I mean, they eat dogs. I look at him, I mean, do really he's going to feed me dogs? Hot dog? And he's so excited. I said, it's good? He said, yeah, it is good. You would love it. And I was saying to myself, oh, boy, what I'm working with who? Those people are weird. They eat dogs. I said, you know what? I want to eat at home, you know? He said, what happened? He said, you know, actually, I'm not really hungry, you know? You know, okay, nice talking to you. I'm going to go home. You know, the guy, he said, he can notice there's something changed. He said, where are you going? He said, what, did I do something wrong? He said, no, you did not, you know, you just eat. You know what? You go eat, I wait for you here. I'm not going to eat dogs. Are you kidding me? Like hot dogs. And he was so excited, you know. And then second time he saw me, he said, last time, there's something I did not understand. Did I do something wrong? I apologize. I know you have like... you know, I don't know, maybe you misunderstood me. I said something, I offended you. I said, no, but I have a question. Why you eat dogs? He said, what dogs? He said, didn't you invite me last week to eat dogs? He said, no, I did not. I said, no, you did. He said, no, I did not. I said, you said you want to eat hot dogs. He said, hot dogs is not dogs. I said, really? So it's hot dogs, but it's not dogs? You know? And I was like investigating the situation, you know, like, are you saying I'm stupid or what? Like, hot dogs is not dogs, so it's what, hot rabbit? He said, no, listen, hot dogs is not really dogs. We call it hot dogs. And he started thinking how, like, why? And then he said, hold on, let me. So he went to somebody. He said, by the way, why we call it hot dogs? And I spoke to my mom in the phone. I said, Mom, people here, they eat dogs. She said, you are kidding. I said, no, I'm telling you. Even this guy is from the church. He invited me to eat dogs. He said, son, don't go with him again. You know, they might have. Yeah. Hot dogs. I mean, I said to myself, what is next? Hot cats, hot rats, hot, nobody knows what will happen. Yeah, look, this is salad. Oh boy. Look, this is American salad. This is a true American salad. Some leaves, I don't know what is there, and that is decorates. And look, they have a spoon for you. I mean, do you see it? There's a fork and there's a spoon. What can you say? That is fantastic. Yeah. Anyone have a question? Costco hot dogs. Yeah, I eat in Costco. They have a sandwich. I forgot the name of sandwich. It's really big. It's nice size. Yeah. Any Muhammadan? You guys, all of you agree with me? You sound like, all of you sound like an Arab. You know, like an Arab when they discuss any issue, everybody agree with the president. Anyone have an opposition? Saddam Hussein says. All they say, no, sir. He said, anyone said no? He said, no, I said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Did you say yes, you have opposition? No, no, sir. Did you say no? No, sir, we did not say no. Who dare to say no? Who dare even to say yes? You just shake your head. And if you want to live, you better not to move your head because you might lose it. Why no Muslim debate me? I mean, those people are busy making fatwa for hamster. They want them to debate me? Hamster. Don't you see they are busy with the hamster? Their sheikh is solving problems of hamster. Lizard. They want to wage war against lizard. Oh boy. The lizard is different story. We have to fight the lizard.
Aisha says, can you please explain the hadith about why we should kill the house lizard? First of all, the house lizard, I think they call it salamander or something like that. I'm not sure. The house lizard is an insect.
It's an insect. If you want to learn about biology, science, spaceship, aliens, you go to Muslims. Lizard is an insect. Okay. I have no objection. It's proven to be scientifically to be true.
We should kill the house lizard. First of all, the house lizard, I think they call it salamander or something like that. I'm not sure. The house lizard is an insect that is harmful. Some of it cause a lot of diseases. And some say that it intends to walk over the food and the drinks.
Conspiracy lizard. Disgusting, you know. Actually, once I will tell you, this is a true story, by the way. I was like fighting with 10 lions. Actually, they were, no, 10 lions is too much. The people will not believe me. It was 9 lions and the half. The half is like, he's a wolf, you know. Okay, now I think it's a better story. So I was fighting with 9 lions and 1 wolf and 7 cats. And, I was like boxing, playing like boxing, kung fu. And then I was in the top of them and I was like winning. And then the lizard, he come in my shoulder. And he was very heavy, So I could not really carry him. And that made the lions take advantage of me. And look, I have my tooth, which is, you cannot see it now, because I bought a fake one, it's broken. The tooth, the number 27 tooth inside. So, you know, the lizard, you know, he climbed in my shoulder. It was the right shoulder. And then he broke my right shoulder first because it's so heavy. It's like 5 centimeters long, very big. And he was green, you know. But then I hit him with my other hand, which isn't broken yet. And then his color changed. He became brown. Until now, they call him Mr. Brown, you know. So, like even they claim they found a new species of lizard, a color they never saw before. But this is after I beat him, you know. He changed the color after the... Anyway, so then the lions, I was fighting them, because of the lizard, they were able to escape. Otherwise, I was going to eat them all. I was hungry, you know. Since the guy, he told me we can eat hot dogs. I said, dogs. I mean, if we can eat dogs, we can eat lions. So I said, okay, I'm hungry. Let me eat 9 lions and 1 wolf. Wolf is a dog too. I will make them hot dogs and, you know, the lizard, you know. Anyway, so this lizard, you know, since then, I know that the lizard is the enemy of mankind and he's evil. And just be careful. I hope you learn something from my story, which is a true story.
An insect that is harmful. Some of it cause a lot of diseases.
And not only that, it can cause divorce. You know, I know a guy, the husband, he accused his wife she is dating a lizard. Why? You know, she like lizard. You know, she bought one. She put him in an aquarium. All the time she is sitting, talking to him, feeding him, you know, playing with him. The guy got suspicious, you know. The lizard, you know, she keeps saying to him, cutie, honey, how are you doing, babe? You know, those things. The guy, he cannot take it no more, you know. He said, you know what? Either me or lizard. And you say that to your wife, you know what will happen? She will choose the lizard for sure. And now he's homeless.
And some say that it intends to...
Somebody is asking me about the aliens, if they are exist. My friend, don't you see the guy in the screen? Those are the aliens of this earth.
Walk over the food and the drinks and to poo, where it puts a lot of its illnesses and diseases in people's food. So, in general, it is a dangerous creature that only brings harm to the people.
Exactly. In general.
And if you notice that anything that is harmful, Islam tells us to kill.
That's it.
So Islam tells us to kill a wild dog that bites and attacks people. It tells us to kill mice because they spread all types of diseases. Plague is one of they are most infamous for. And also they cause fire in houses.
99% of fires in the world is caused by mice.
As in the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, it tells us mice do heinous things.
Heinous.
Though people nowadays are so fond of them. We're told to kill the crows.
Because it's black.
A crow that also carries diseases and eats dead meat.
Isn't it all animals eat dead meat, you idiot? You know, give a chicken a piece of meat and see what they will eat. They will eat it. Stupid idiot. They eat shit. Chicken, they fight over shit. I'm serious. I mean, those people, their logic is so stupid. They eat dead meat. Like, say they eat dead bodies they found everywhere. But all animals, if they are not informed, they would do that. All animals. The most cute bird, the one you like, the voice of the bird, they eat worms, they eat cockroaches, they eat insect. Cockroach. If a chicken see cockroach, will swallow him like it's swallowing like a snack, yummy snack. What those people are talking about?
We're ordered to kill snakes. We're ordered to kill scorpions. And these, by nature, are harmful for people. So killing them is justifiable and it's a legitimate thing to do. Likewise with the house lizards. And there is a hadith in Sahih al-Bukhari where the Prophet told us, alayhi salatu wasalam, that when Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, was thrown by his people in the blazing fire, all the creatures of Allah used to try and put off the fire, with the exception of the house lizard. It used to try to blow so that the fire would grow.
Disgusting creature. He just said, all those creatures, we should kill them. Do you see the stupidity? He just mentioned mice, scorpion, crow, and snakes. All of them we have to kill them. And now he just said, all the creatures, they try to stop the fire except the lizard. Which means he just deleted all what he said about the rest of the animals he mentioned. Do you understand what I'm saying? He just mentioned to us a long list of animals we should kill because they are harmful. And then a second after he says, all creatures except the lizard. They were trying to stop the fire on Abraham. Where is the brain? Zero brain. How they are evil, that means all pigs, they came to stop, and all the animals in the world, they come to stop the fire on Abraham. Where is the story is coming from? Where the story is coming from? Stupid Muhammad. This is a stupid, fake, stupid story the Jews used to tell their kids and exists until now in some of their books. Have nothing to do with the Torah, have nothing to do with holy books. This is just a stupid story. You idiot. The story of Namrud. All animals, imagine the pig come, the funny is, he said all the creatures. Imagine the turtle is coming so fast to stop the fire of Abraham. The turtle is, Abraham, honey, don't worry, I'm coming. I have a lot of water on my mouth. All the creatures in the world, they come to stop the fire. All the okay, how the ant did it? Would you like to tell us? How the ants were able to share in stopping the fire? Flies, bees, chicken, ducks. Like if Muhammad in the story, he says the elephant, they come from India, I would say, what, they are elephant. Each one of them, he can suck like whatever gallon of water and throw it in one time. But all the creatures, they come to stop the fire in Abraham. And this is additional reason to believe in Islam. Muslims, they have no fictions, and Muhammad don't say any lie. You have no choice except to believe. True story. I'm sure that all of you guys are enjoying this story, but I better go. It's getting really late here, and this is endless. You can maybe cut the beginning of the video about this idiot Carlson. How people believe in what he say, but in 2 seconds he explain. But the funny thing is when he said why the white supremacists, they will stop the war against people of Syria when they are not white. That is a priceless statement of stupidity. Yeah, the guy, he thinks Syria is in Africa. What an idiot. Anyway, I want to say thank you all for being here. And if you are not here, I want to say thank you for not being here. Because I like to be fair with those who they are here and the one who they are not here. And we, as Arab, because we respect everybody, those who they are here and those they are there. And because we have our philosophy and understanding everything, like lizard, as an example you see, and how hamster, we have different vision of hamster. We can help you and your nations in case you have a problem, to solve any problem you have. As you see, we Arab, we have zero problem. Zero. Because Prophet Muhammad, he woke up in the morning, he drink coffee, and he fix any problem. He drink coffee, you know, Aisha, she make coffee before even she finish it, you know, he tested, the problem is solved, you know. So if you have any problem in your countries, just invite the Arab. We can teach you how to make suicide belt, if in case you do not know how to do it, how to use TNT or C4, you know. I mean, we are full of technology, you know. We can teach you, like as an example, how to open a pimp house. To be successful, like, you know, you will be really rich. You know, you marry 4 women, you go to Saudi Arabia, you give them a visa, they are wives for you, and then you make them work. You know, you think, you know, it's very easy. So we can teach you a lot of things, can be very helpful. And if you don't have skills about cooking, as an example, see, we are the best people to teach you how to do cooking. Actually, we are the first ones who make cookies. Even the Prophet Muhammad, this is how delicious our food. When he go and do poo-poo, the earth open its mouth and swallow his poo-poo. Some they say that because he is holy and his poo-poo is holy. This is not true. But because the Arab food, my friend, is so delicious. So the Prophet eat the food become poo-poo, but still so yummy. The earth cannot resist. So the second the poo-poo is coming, before even touch the ground, the earth opened its mouth and swallowed the poo-poo. Even Aisha, she said that she never ever entered the bathroom after a Prophet and she saw his poo-poo. It's gone. How? Allahu Alam. The Prophet, he do poo-poo, you go, you look, there is no poo-poo. How you can explain that? There's 3 options if you are doing an exam in the American Embassy. Number 1, his poo-poo is so yummy, the earth is swallowing it. Number 2, his poo-poo is invisible, and that is very possible, for he's a prophet. Number 3, the angel Jibreel, he take his poo-poo because it's priceless, so they can sell it in Amazon or something for like some time investment. Or maybe they use it for Bitcoin, you know, Bitcoins. Yeah, you can make like Bitcoins, like, you know, imagine if you make a Bitcoin from the poo-poo of Muhammad, Muslim, they will buy it. They will pay millions for it. To be honest with you, I wish I have like 2 kilograms of his poo-poo. I can be really a millionaire, big time. You know, if we can prove that this is really his poo-poo and we put it for sale, Erdogan, he will enter the auction, Kadyrov will enter, everybody will, you know, and they will taste it. Yeah. So, yeah, Aisha, she witnessed that the poo-poo of the Prophet never was there. And that is, like this is telling you the holy cheese is there, you know? I mean, what is the proof that Muhammad is a prophet? No poo-poo. If there is a poo-poo, there is no prophet. He's not a prophet. But his poo-poo is gone. And you know the rest. You know the rest, and forget about the best, for he is the best. Thank you guys for being here, and see you soon again. Download the video if you like it. If you don't like it, leave it. And see you soon. Christ is Lord. Take care.